Kingdom Come Deliverance is a bold and ambitious RPG that sets itself apart with its unwavering commitment to historical accuracy and realism. Developed by Warhorse Studios, this open-world adventure transports players to 15th century Bohemia. While its dedication to realism is impressive, the game's complexity and unforgiving mechanics may not be for everyone. The story follows Henry, the son of a blacksmith, whose life is upended when his village is destroyed by invading forces. Unlike many RPG protagonists destined for greatness, Henry starts as an unskilled peasant, and his journey is one of gradual growth and hard-earned progress. The narrative, rooted in historical events, feels less like a grand fantasy epic and more like a genuine lived experience. Bohemia itself is breathtakingly detailed, with meticulously crafted villages, castles, and countryside that brings the world to life. From the rigid social hierarchy to the way NPCs react to your actions, every aspect of the game reinforces its authenticity. Conversations feel natural, and the choices you make carry real weight, offering meaningful rewards and consequences that deepen immersion. I'll admit, it took me several attempts to get into this game. The slow-paced intro mission made it difficult to fully commit, and I struggled to push past the tutorial. However, once I gave it another shot so I could give it an honest review, I found myself genuinely enjoying it. I'm glad I stuck with it, as Kingdom Come Deliverance turned out to be a far richer and more rewarding experience than I initially expected. Unlike most RPGs, Kingdom Come Deliverance demands patience, strategy, and precision. Its deep and challenging combat system requires mastery of directional strikes, blocks, and counters, often feeling more like a medieval combat simulator than a traditional action game. Combined with the game's survival mechanics, such as the need to eat, sleep, and maintain your equipment, this creates a genuine sense of progression. However, these mechanics may feel overwhelming for players seeking a more casual experience. Quests are another standout feature, often offering multiple solutions influenced by your skills, dialect choices, and relationship with NPCs. The flexibility makes the world feel reactive, rewarding creative problem-solving and role-playing. One particularly interesting feature is the save system. While the game autosaves at key moments, manual saving requires a rarer in-game item, adding an extra layer of strategy and resource management. The controls feel awkward and restrictive, with no option to customize them. There's no toggle sprint, and on a controller, you have to hold B to run. Then, add in the fact that there are two different turning mechanics that often interfere with each other, rather than working together. I can see the intent. One allows for precise movement, while the other prevents players from having to grip the controller in an awkward claw-like position, but in practice, they feel clunky and uncoordinated. The camera system in combat can also be frustrating, since the attacks require directional input with the stick. Holding it too long can unintentionally make Henry turn away from his opponent, leaving you vulnerable. These control quirks add an unnecessary frustration to an otherwise engaging gameplay experience. There are no difficulty options to adjust the game's survival mechanics, making Kingdom Come Deliverance quite punishing. One of my least favorite mechanics in all of video games is the durability system for items and the freshness percentage for food. While these features add a layer of authenticity, the sheer amount of realism packed into the game can sometimes feel excessive. Even basic activities like reading and lockpicking require skill progression, further emphasizing Henry's humble beginnings as an untrained commoner. While this approach enhances immersion, it also contributes to the game's steep learning curve, which may frustrate players looking for a more accessible experience. Visually, Kingdom Come Deliverance is breathtaking. The landscapes are beautifully crafted, featuring rolling hills, dense forests, and meticulously detailed medieval architecture that brings 15th century Bohemia to life. While character models could be hit or miss, the stunning environment detail more than compensates. Even the in-game menu and map have a distinct artistic charm, with layered designs and beautifully illustrated elements that add to the game's aesthetic. Kingdom Come Deliverance had a rough launch, plagued by technical issues such as bugs, frame rates, and clunky AI behavior. While post-release patches have significantly improved stability, some lingering issues still occasionally disrupt the experience. The game's soundtrack is outstanding, featuring period-authentic music that deepens immersion and beautifully complements the medieval setting. While the voice acting is generally well executed, some performances come across as stiff. The sound design in Kingdom Come Deliverance is remarkably detailed, enhancing the game's realism at every turn. From the clinking of armor and the buzzing of flies near horses, to the lively background noise of bustling towns. Every element helps bring the world to life. Though the town ambience sometimes make it seem like there is a larger crowd than is actually present. The overall soundscape, combined with the ambient noise of nature, creates an amazing medieval atmosphere. Quests in the game can feel quite disjointed, occasionally contradicting each other and breaking immersion. For instance, you might have a conversation with your friend, only to return later and have them greet you as if they're seeing you for the first time. Similarly, the mandatory sword fighting lesson in the tutorial forces you to go against your parents' wishes, removing an element of player choice. Henry's plat armor can also be excessive at times. Enemy archers seem to miss more than stormtroopers, making what should be dire situations feel unintentionally forgiving. However, these are relatively minor issues when considering the sheer scale of the game. Despite its quirks, Kingdom Come Deliverance features a gripping story that keeps you invested throughout with impressive writing.
Fine lass, eh?
You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening. Enough. You sound just like father.
Try using your mouth, not your fists.
I'll be going now. See you this evening.
I hope you thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Right, we'll do the grip. Give it here.
Magnificent.
Although being railroaded at times can sometimes make it feel like an interactive movie rather than a role-playing game. With a game of this scale, replayability can be limited due to the significant time investment required. However, the impact of player choice adds intrigue, making it tempting to revisit the story and explore different outcomes. With the sequel just days away, now might be the perfect time for a playthrough to fully experience this game before diving into the next chapter. Some cons. Steep learning curve may frustrate some players. Combat can feel clunky at times. Persistent bugs and AI issues. Some stiff voice acting. Lose reputation if you don't chat with people in town. Dialogue options don't give nearly enough time. Even if I didn't have dyslexia, I would struggle to read all the options and pick one in the time given.
Let us talk of more pleasant things.
Some pros. Deep and immersive historical setting. Rewarding and realistic mechanics. Engaging quests and meaningful choices. A beautifully crafted open world. Unique and challenging combat. And most importantly, you can herd some sheep. Kingdom Come Deliverance isn't a game for everyone, but for those who appreciate historical realism and deep role-playing mechanics, it delivers a truly unique and immersive experience. Its challenging combat, richly detailed world, and unwavering commitment to authenticity set it apart from traditional RPGs. If you're looking for a medieval RPG that prioritizes realism over fantasy, Kingdom Come Deliverance is an unforgettable journey. Just prepared to invest time and patience to fully appreciate its depth and complexity. I give this game 5 butt smacks out of 10.